Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome back to the channel. I am, say it with me, your Birdman. And we're here in Slaughterchop, playing some Dwarf Fortress. We have, 4 things to talk about before we get going. First thing, let's go up to the surface. This external fortification readout thing, it's just about done. We have a tunnel connecting it to the main fort now. I put some cage traps there just in case. Oh, we're also going to slap down another trade depot so we can move that inside. And you know what? There is something I should do down here to secure this. I was going to say I should put down some drawbridges, and we are going to put down some drawbridges. What have I done? Okay. And we want that to retract that way, and we'll make that out of... It doesn't matter what they're made out of. We'll go with wood. I'm also going to do something kind of interesting. Some of you will figure out where I'm going with this pretty quickly. We're going to build a bunch of bridges here. Just 2x10 bridges. We're going to go all the way down. I could have done this off screen, except I just thought of it. Well, that's slightly... It's not quite symmetrical, but that's fine. Nope, not that many. So in case you haven't figured out where I'm going with this, we are lining the corridor with drawbridges, all of which we're going to link to a single lever. And then when invaders are in this corridor, if invaders come into this corridor, we will trigger these drawbridges over and over to smash them to itty-bitty pieces. Okay, so that's going to happen. I don't think we're going to do anything with that square there, but we should probably put some cage traps back here just in case. And I know we have plenty of cages available for the time being, right? We do? Oh, yes. Enough of that anyway. Okay, that's thing number 1. We are going to be finishing fortifying this over the course of today's episode. Now, you know what? I can do that after we get going. Okay. Thing number 2. Down to the basement. The washroom is currently completely full of captives. We've filled every square with a cage that has at least one captive in it. We're in the process of dumping their gear. And we're also in the process of getting all of these linked to this switch here. And what we'll do once this is ready this time, we'll close the drawbridges. We'll open the floodgate. We'll let the room fill completely. And then we'll close the floodgate so they can't swim out. Okay? That's what we'll do this time. Thing number 3. And I'll do the wall while I'm talking about this. Thing number 3. Not this week's, but probably next week's episodes will be the last ones for Slaughterchop. I forgot the name of the fort. Now, not for good necessarily, but definitely for the time being, because I'm getting slightly burnt out on this fort, and we're in a pretty secure position, and I'm honestly just not sure what to do with the fort at this point, so we'll give it a little longer. My plan, I would like to move on to something else temporarily, either do a different fort here in Onra Mudung, or perhaps play an entirely different colony sim type game. I was thinking we could do some Prison Architect, maybe? I know that game's been done to death, but I haven't done it yet. You know, for a few episodes, just something to give me a little break from Dwarf Fortress here, and then we'll get back to the Dwarf Fortress at a later date. So option 1 is I switch games. Okay. Option 2 is I keep playing Dwarf Fortress, but I do a new fort. Or option 3 is I keep playing Dwarf Fortress, and I keep playing Slaughterchop. If anyone feels strongly about one of those 3 options, please feel free to leave a comment. In fact, I insist that you leave a comment below the video telling me what your preference is. If nobody responds by the time I finish with next week's episodes, I will simply do whatever I want. Since I only have 31 subscribers at time of posting, an opinion from any one of you will be seriously considered. So just drop a comment and let me know how you feel, or not. We can just find out what happens. It's going to be Prison Architect for a few episodes, and then we'll jump back to Dwarf Fortress maybe. I'll start interspersing Dwarf Fortress with other colony sim type games. I think that would be fun for me, even if not for the rest of you. I do want to do Long Night down the line. Maybe some RimWorld later on. I'm not that good at RimWorld. Of course, I'm not that good at any game I play, let's be honest. Anyway, that's the plan. Let me know. Thing number 4. Okay? There is a new intruder in the basement. Earroom Odeino, the Forgotten Beast. A towering, hairy silverfish. It has large mandibles, and it appears to be emaciated. Its eyes glow lime. Beware, it's poisonous gas. And I was going to ignore it, because it's in a section of the basement where it can't get to us, except it is moving to engage Cassot, the Forgotten Beast for whom we were preparing... Where is it? Okay, seriously though, where is it? Anyway, remember we were digging that back passage to get down here so we could kill this thing? And Cassot, just to remind everyone... By the way, we have 4 Forgotten Beasts in the basement right now. Oh, it's already injured. A great 3-eyed spider. It has a long swinging trunk and it squirms and fidgets. Its sandy taupe exoskeleton is wrinkled. Beware its poisonous bite. So we've got a monster spider fighting a monster silverfish. And that's why we've had dramatic music playing the whole time since this episode started. So I think, while we wait for our dwarves to do everything else I'm telling them to do, we are just going to watch these monsters fight. We're going to follow Cassot, because that's going to be our guy. Because that was the one that was already here. That was the one we were going to fight directly. And we're going to see how it does, how a wounded monster spider does against a poison gas emitting monster silverfish. Here we go. We'll let them engage. Okay. Pause there. Let's see. Oh, boiling extract? That's not poison gas. Boiling extract? Okay, so they're fighting back and forth. They're kicking and biting each other. Cassot is poisoning Earroom. They're grabbing onto each other. One of them, probably Cassot, is throwing webs? No, that might be the silverfish. Yeah, they're just poisoning and biting each other. Let's let it run and see where this goes. Keep the fight on screen, guys. Come on. Oh, Cassot's dead. Cassot's dead. Okay, fight over. The silverfish won. Oh, good. The trunk is separate. We're going to claim that trunk. That's what we're going to do. How is Earroom? Not that wounded. Okay, so then. Oh, there's the passage. I had to go one up. Because Earroom emits poisonous vapors, I'm slightly hesitant to send the squads in, but we're going to do it anyway because I am sick of having Forgotten Beasts in the basement. So that might be our last act here. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do. Once we get everything else set up, that will be our last act in this fort, is to go down there. We're going to fight that silverfish, and whatever happens, happens. But for right now, we are just going to let the dwarves build the fort. I completely forgot we need to wall off this whole thing. Ugh, there's so much going on here. I've just assigned way too many tasks. Is anybody doing this? Yeah, somebody is. Oh, you're meditating on the sky. Which deity is that? Onra's Rain Cloud. Deity of the sky, depicted as a female dwarf in gold. So those are the 4 things that are happening. One way or another, we're done. We're done with Slaughterchop, unless somebody really wants me to keep playing this particular fort. But between the sieges and the fact that, honestly, all things considered, we're in a relatively safe position, I feel like maybe we've done what we can with this fort. So we will temporarily retire it, and then come back to it later. I have given them too many things to do. So let's cut the footage there, and we'll come back when all this is done, or something is happening. See you in a few seconds. Okay, it's a while later, the traders are here. And we have a trader requested. Here comes the Countess. We're going to follow her up, and then I'm going to show you what's happening. That's right, take your time, no hurry. No hurry. Boy, look at all this stuff that we've got in our stockpiles. Oh yeah, also we're interring some prisoners here just to get them out of the way. People are still moving stuff. Okay, so she's there. Now then. Here's what's going to happen. Okay, we look at the trade goods we have and observe. Whee! They are taking 100% of our garbage right now. I don't even care what's over here. Mark it all for trade. The whole thing. 500,000 dwarf bucks. Yep. Give us stuff. Give us stuff that we can use. We're gonna take stuff. Zoom out a little bit so I can see what we're trading for. We don't even need some clothing. We don't even need clothing right now. We have plenty of clothing. We have so much clothing. But we are going to, you know, we gotta walk out of here with some stuff, so we're gonna take some booze. We'll come back and look for steel stuff independently. Of course, obviously, we'll take regular clothing. I don't even know if we need it, but we're taking it. Gloves, mittens, yep, all this good stuff. We got 500,000 dwarf bucks to spend. Let's do it. Yeah, I saw that we still have some garbage items left, but I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting for it. We're not buying any. We're not buying any cloth. We'll take these anvils. I think we're set for food. I think we are still set for food. We could probably do with some more exotic foods. Is that really it? Is that everything you brought? Steel. Cool. Yep. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take a menacing steel spike. Why the heck not? Okay. Then, let's take these exotic animal parts. Like, we got brains, we got kidneys, tripe. None of these things are exotic on their own, but when they come from worms or mandrills or giraffes, that makes them exotic. Come on. Okay. No, we don't need fish for now. We don't need the plump helmets. We'll take all of these assorted plant items. These can be broken down into various things. Okay. We're set for cloth and things. Cheese, please. Okay. Take it all. Boom. Oh, we traded an artifact. I don't even care. I don't care. Leave. You can go now. Now, aside from that, the fortification is, we're calling that done. We're stockpiling ammo here. We have some fortifications up. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's just, it's a thing that we have. Also, this is finally ready to go. You see, everything's linked to the cages now. If I can just figure out, trap inner, trap outer. Okay, so we want the outer one closed. Is that right? We'll get that going. I don't remember which lever is linked to the floodgate, so we'll need to figure that out. Snag, floodgate, there we go. First we want to get that all closed off. Our chief lever operator is not operating the lever. We'll zoom back in. Boy, I tell you, it feels real good to get rid of all that crap. A mix of garbage, things we took off the goblins, and many, many, many craft goods. Which we are still manufacturing. But now we have room for them? Okay, pull that lever. It's either going to close this one or open this one. The important thing is we'll know. Okay, the lever is pulled. Do I have these labeled correctly? Hello? That's the trap corridor, not this thing. Ugh. Did I label these? Fort. Snag. Main. I know what those are linked to. Oh, right, they're down here. Drown chamber inner, drown chamber outer. Okay, now, are these the ones that I have backwards? Let's find out. This is the sort of competent Dwarf Fortress playing. Yeah, you, all the way down here. Oh, you're pulling that one. Anyway, yeah, this is the sort of competent Dwarf Fortress playing you tune in for. Is me forgetting which levers are linked to where. Fantastic! Okay, which one of these is the floodgate? None of these because it's up here. Floodgate. That's the right one, yes? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, give it a second. Give it a second. I have no idea what all this stuff is that they're carrying, because I just cleared so many items. Okay, is somebody doing it? Yep, yep. The Countess. The Countess is moving in. The Countess is going to go pull the floodgate lever. I don't even care how many of those cages are actually linked. As long as we clear a lot of the room, we can just manually butcher whoever's left. Okay, we go down here. Floodgates open. This time, we wait for the chamber to fill completely, and ideally that current will sweep all this garbage and all those corpses into the drowning chamber. Sorry, the washroom. We're doing a really aggressive full body wash here. Okay, and hopefully it knocks everything out of the way, because I don't know if we can close the floodgate with something on top of it like that. Oh, look, there's a cage with a troll in it being swept along. That's amusing. If I need to, I will use DF hack to clear that doorway. Okay, I really need that rock to not be there, I think. I don't know. Okay, we're going to leave that alone for now. Why are there children playing under the crusher? Move the children. Oi. Alright, well, we're not firing it right now anyway. There's some stuff I want to do in menus, but... remove all this, please. But I don't want to do anything that will make this take longer. Okay, apparently it's done sweeping things out of the back corridor here. I'm worried that if I do retire the fortress, they will open this and flood themselves, but I guess that is just the risk we will take. Oh yeah, I opened up a new burial chamber over here. No, stop. Stop delaying things. It just takes longer. We're going to get rid of this. This is completely useless. This has never done anything. Is there anything else? This is all installed and linked up correctly. That's what these two other levers are for. Temple complex remains popular primarily with local animals, although these guys are still here. Bax and, what's his name? Teepee? Yippee? I don't know. The Elven Diplomat, I think, is still hanging around somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe he finally left. It doesn't matter. Can you tell I'm ready to be done with this fort for a while? I feel like this has been a successful experiment. We have carved ourselves out, you know, a little sanctuary here. We're reasonably safe against the goblins. And now we can just kind of let things take their course. Look at that. They're just filling it back up. We just cleared this stockpile, but there's so much stuff. I have melt on a permanent, as a permanent task now. How's this coming? 4? We're up to 4. 5 in a couple of spots. That's not good. I need 7. 7's across the board. These guys, okay, I'll just tell you, since you glimpsed it already, I built a catapult range. Maybe I already talked about this, but I built a catapult range down here. We've got some chains over here on the left side. The idea is to chain things to those and then let our siege engineers practice on them. It's terrible. It's another war crime. But I thought it might be a nice way to get rid of some prisoners. I think we've dumped all their gear. That might have been why we couldn't chain them up successfully before. I don't know. Worst case scenario, we have to do it one at a time. So many cage traps. So many cage traps in this fort. And all they've caused us is pain. But hey, such is life, am I right? I can hear you all agreeing with me. We'll just watch the fort run for a while. It's very peaceable over here in the crafting area, which is funny because we have things that need doing. So why is no one doing them? You know, I read on the wiki... Oh, some migrants! Migrants? How many migrants? Let's bring up Dwarf Therapist. Anyway, I read on the wiki, still home of the unfinished sentence, that dwarves only need to sleep about like once every 6 weeks or something like that. I had no idea it was that infrequently. Oh, good. We have a, go away, pop-up. A woodworker guild. Do we have a spare guild hall right now? No, but we have a space we can dig one. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. Yes, I am aware that this is making it take longer for the drowning chamber to fill, but there are other things that we must do in addition. We cannot just thoroughly wash our captives. Almost there. Almost there. Yeah, they're going to be petitioning us very soon. We're going to get out ahead of that. Maybe, if our miners feel like mining, but everybody's moving things to stockpiles. Because we have so much stuff. Okay, let's see. Is Dwarf Therapist up yet? Yes. Alright, how many were in that most recent microwave? Because I thought we had 70-something dwarves before. That most recent wave was 10, so we had more than I thought we did. We have 105 now. And I think I said we had bedrooms for 130, something like that. So that's, you know, that's pretty good. Wish this would fill faster. I am ready to be done with this. Oh, hey, the floodgate's been cleared, so that's good. I don't have to figure out how to move rocks and Dwarf Therapist? DF hack. Can't do nothing with Dwarf Therapist for that. This has got to be just terrible for our captives in the cages, which are inexplicably watertight, right? Like, they're seeing the corpses of their fallen comrades come washing in through the opening, like, oh no, is this what happened to them? Is that what's going to happen to us? The beak dogs, of course, know nothing, except that they are in cages and do not wish to be. But last I checked, I care not for the wishes of beak dogs. Nor, for that matter, of goblins, although Bax over here seems pretty cool. He's just been hanging out for, what, a couple of years by this point? Just worshipping in our general purpose temple? Which has a statue of our queen, don't think too hard about that. There we go, we're getting a dugout. And the Countess throws in with the rest of them. You gotta love it. Of course, she came here as our expedition leader, so she knows labor. Being elevated to a position of nobility doesn't change that. Still a stalwart worker. That's almost done. How are we doing down here? I am liking what I'm seeing. Okay, we're at 6 out of 7. Can we get 7? 7? And do I hear 7? not getting 7. We're getting 6s. We're getting 6s across the board. I want this completely filled. Can that not happen? Are we somehow positioned so as to make that impossible? Oh, we got 7s. Okay, we're almost there. I don't know what I was thinking with this design. I guess I want them to shoot from the front, but I don't want the goblins. They can crawl out those... I don't know. I don't know. It's fine. The design is fine. Everything's perfectly good. Oh, and you know what we should do is designate this whole thing as an ammo stockpile. I think that's a great idea. Okay, we can smooth this out now. Oh, boop. I have no idea how many engravers we currently have. I can check that, though. I have that ability. Stone detail. Lots. We still have lots. There must be like 20 of them. Oh, the merchants will be leaving soon? Good. Take everything with you. Take all that crap. We don't want it here. It's just garbage. We don't need it. Okay, 7s. We're getting more 7s. There we go. We got 7s at the edges. Well, at the lower edge. Come on, come on. Almost there. Hey. Stop showing a 6. Show 7. All I want to see is 7s. Although I think 6 is good enough, but I want to make absolutely sure. I want to make absolutely sure. Are you dumping those? Thank you. You're dumping those. Thank goodness. Get everything set up. These guys we're going to try to throw onto the catapult range. Somehow I doubt it's going to work. We got 105 dwarves. Still not all that close to our cap of 150. Maybe we'll get there by next week's episodes before I can this series. Don't worry, the world of Onra Mudung isn't done. I'm just kind of through with Slaughterchop. A little bit burnt out on Dwarf Fortress. So we'll play something else for a bit. And then we'll come back to this. By the way, that poll is still up. Nobody has voted, and I don't know if that's because nobody knows it's there or because my Dwarf Fortress viewers don't actually care. Either way, it's fine. But it's looking like I will be choosing whatever I want. Yep, we'll do it. The Company of Hides. That's a weird name for a woodworkers guild. Cool, we can put doors here. Doesn't matter what they're made of. We can put down some cage traps, as we like to do. Again, for newbie Dwarf Fortress players, putting down traps is a great way to boost the value of any room. You just use some high-value mechanisms, and your dwarves will love it. I think we are just about there. Yep, we are just about there. Cool, cool. Please move the children. I'm going to have to call an alert before we drop the smasher. Was that really all the ammo we had? Just here? Huh. That seems unlikely, but okay. Or they just haven't gotten around to it yet. Hey, the merchants have embarked on their journey. Thank you, get out of here. You're eating up FPS, I assume. Still have no idea what these 4 chambers are for. How's that smoothing coming? It's coming. Do we have any statues? How many statues do we have? It doesn't really matter. Green glass statues, those are not for here. So we will need 8 rock statues. I care not of what they are made. Why is that taking so long to fill? Like, what are we at here? 7, 6? We got some 6s left. I don't understand why. Come on! The people came here for an atrocity. How are we set for chairs and tables? We're set for chairs. How about tables? Yep, we're good for tables, I think. Let's make sure we're not using the green glass. Okay.